54 y medio.
Happy New Year, everyone. We are here in Burlington, and behind me is a house that is being renovated by carpenter Dario Guizler.
I don't have another pair of headsets, but it's gonna get loud for moments.
Dario came to America in 2003 from Uruguay. A few years later, he moved to Vermont, where he started his own carpentry business. That's actually how I met him. He renovated my house 2 years ago. You know, I love renovations, so it's like, that's gonna be fun for me.
You're almost an expert now after all you've done.
Oh, yeah.
What is fascinating to me is that this is over 100 years old. So these trees were planted maybe 250 years ago.
I don't do new construction because it's boring. It's just following the same steps over and over and over again. When you're doing renovations, you gotta figure out so many things that come up, so many unpredictable things. Things are never straight, things are never square, things are always, crooked, and you gotta find a way to make it work. And it's always a challenge, and that's what I like.
And is she gonna rent this out? Will it be a rental? Nice. So she's adding to the city's housing stock.
Yeah, she's making it nice. There's no insulations in any of the walls. Yeah.
Oh, and you got old Latham plaster, I see.
Yeah. I didn't really know. There are corners of the house that are completely rotted, and we're reframing.
This is actually a bigger problem in Burlington because all our houses are old like this.
Keeping something that is there, it also has its value. Making it nice again, bringing it back to life. Like, I want to improve it, I want to make it nice, I want to improve the community and make the neighborhood better.
I was born in Montevideo, Uruguay. The town that I grew up, it was only about 1,000 people in the whole town, and it was 1 kilometer, so it's like 10 blocks. That was the whole length of the town. So my childhood was fun, actually. It was going in the woods and going in the river, swimming, playing all day with friends, playing soccer. I started working when I was 14, so I worked the whole time that I did high school. The economy where I'm from, it's tough, so it's hard. My parents couldn't help me, and I was gonna go to college. So I thought of maybe coming here for a year or two will help me saving up. I came here right after I finished high school, and then I worked for 2 years like crazy. I didn't have a full day off because I had a night job and a day job. When I was off on the day, I was working at night. But I had a goal and I was working hard for it. So I just got some lumber. We gotta frame a little wall in the bathroom. David, 54 y 5 octavos. Allow masar. It was a very interesting experience. Everything was different here. Not only the language, some of the culture, everything is different. The weather, the language was the biggest difficult for me at the beginning. Not being able to communicate was hard. We use the metric system.
Oh, yeah.
Like measure in feet and inches. I didn't even understand the tape measure when I first grabbed one. Well, what? I couldn't. I moved to Vermont in 2005. Nobody spoke Spanish here. In New York, it was easier. At the beginning, I went to the programs where I think they call English as a second language. Those are great. I recommend that. I made more friends, and I was able to be more a part of the community. I was able to participate in more things. Carpentry, I never done anything like it back home. And I was fascinated with how things were built, how different it was from where I'm from. Well, his name is Bill Fagan. He taught me a lot of things, not only carpentry, like a lot of values. At the beginning, I did a lot of rental properties, and I worked like crazy hours, 7 days a week. My skills level got better and better and better. Started doing more like residential work. So I do a lot of bathrooms, a lot of kitchens. I would say that my favorite are basements and bathrooms. And of course, I make a living with it, so it's my job, but also it's my passion too. Like, remember that little bench by your window?
That little bit.
Yeah, I love it. So little things like that. We didn't realize the size of the project. That's why it's so hard to price or estimate renovations before you do it. It's just not know what you're getting into until you actually start doing it, and you're like,
Oh, I know all about the uh-oh.
Yeah. David, ¿te anima a cortar un 2x4 de 72? 72, sí.
It's nice to be able to help others the same way that I was helped when I first came here. When I work with someone, I try to teach them as much as I can and explain why we do it this way. Not everybody has the same passion for carpentry as I do. I know that it's hard at the beginning when somebody comes here from another country. It's difficult. You leave your friends behind, your family. Coming to a different culture, a different language. Most of the time, it's a difficult experience. If I can do it, they can do it too. Hard work and time, and you'll get there.
Okay. Although it's increasing now, the Spanish community here in Vermont, but it was so small before that it was only a handful of us, and then everybody kind of knows everybody. Latin America, unfortunately, is messed up. The economy, people struggle to make a living. And you just go wherever you can make a living, I guess. That's what I came here.
One of the things that amazed me the most when I first moved to Vermont was how safe it was here. I didn't even have a key to my own house because it was so safe that I didn't need to lock the door. That changed now some. To me, the way that I looked at it, we're still better than most places in the world. And coming from a country in Latin America, I feel like even Vermont or Burlington at its worst as it is now, it's way better than where I'm from. So to me, it still feels very safe. The world is changing, not just Burlington, I think, everywhere. Yeah, so I have 2 kids. I have my family here now. I love what I do. I became a US citizen. I feel like I belong here more now. Wow, I've been here longer than I've been in my country. I go back home, I visit, and it's great, but I feel home here now. This is my home. I feel home when I'm back in Vermont.
Happy New Year, everyone. I cannot wait to see this house when it's finished. And we will get stuck in Vermont with you again real soon. It's more fun with me here, huh?
Yeah.
Mira la operación que tenemos acá. Nos vemos lunes, Adi. Fíjate, gracias.
What's so funny? Just that we have a whole interview
Yeah.
space set up?
Yeah.
Totally.